Hi, everybody. Welcome to another day in my life. It's been a lot going on. Um, I want to thank you first for refraining from sending me all kinds of articles and cures and just, it has not been, my request was not 100% um, respected, but for the most part, a lot has stopped. It's really just been overwhelming, and there's nothing that I have not researched. So I really do appreciate if you would just hold back. Okay. I have been doing an awful lot of work lately. I saw my oncologist and my incision's healing, and I'm still sore and I'm still tired. But it's enough to make calls and things that I needed to do, I still need to do. Um, I went to also to see my cardiologist. Um, Not that I ever had a big problem, but I have a heart murmur. And I just wanted to see before we take this protein inhibitor to get a baseline. I'm going to get an echo. And because this particular drug is known to affect the heart in an adverse way. So I think it would be a good idea. The oncologist agreed, but I don't know that if she cared or not. It was just fun. But I've seen a lot of people have to go off the medication, and people that are very young and end up with a bad heart. So you got to manage your own health care and just go with your gut. And I always say that. So I'll get the echo next week, and then in a couple weeks I'll try this pill. And I think that what's important to know is that yes, it's terminal. I don't have a problem with saying that, but that doesn't mean giving up. That doesn't mean that I don't have hope. I mean, even when you need to be realistic, like if you're in denial, that's different. Like, I want to make sure that my wishes and everything's sort of mapped out for my end of life. But that doesn't mean that I don't hope that this medication could slow it down. I'm realistic. And I'm still open to that miracle that God might have for me. So that's another reason I don't really need any articles and things like that. I'm staying even, but I'm not going to be in denial, and I'm not going to chase my tail, only to find out I spent all that time chasing my tail. I want to enjoy life. I'm getting some of the ickies out of the way. Um, well, I'm healing anyway, and then maybe I can enjoy life for a little bit. Just tuck away your last your final wishes and things like that, and don't leave your family members in the dark about what you wanted. The fact is that I want to go in my sleep like everybody else. Everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. But it is kind of a blessing in a way that I'm able to do that. I'm able bodied at the moment, and that everybody knows what I want, and not everybody gets that chance. I read for a lot of people, and death and dying is kind of my profession. And a lot of people want to know if this was okay to do, if their loved one would have wanted this or that, and what should I do with the ashes? And I don't really want anybody to ask that question. If I have to plan it all out, then that's what I'm able to do. I think it's wonderful. I shouldn't say once. No, when I do get sick, which right now seems inevitable, it could be very sudden. And I may not be able to do those plans. You can take a turn for the worse. And, so while you're healthy, I recommend that you plan out your life with your family and hey, if this ever happens to me, I want this and I want that, or this doesn't really matter, you do what you want with that. The problem here is that we don't talk about it. And maybe that's what some people are interpreting what my strength is about. It's been my profession. Am I scared? I'm scared shitless. Absolutely. I don't want to dwell in my head on what the end might be like, but I do. And I want to plan for all scenarios. People need to talk. It's amazing when you give people this news. It really is amazing the reactions you get all across the board from people that just run away and people that are there that you never thought would be there. And it's okay. This is how society has been set up, and that's unfortunate. Um, I'm not going to be upset by people's reactions if they want to run and they don't want to cope. That's not my choice, that's theirs. Um, and I dealt with this already 20 years ago when I had cancer. And the people that were there for me were not the people I expected at all. And right now, I'm not so sure that I need people to be here for me at the moment. But I did want to express my plans. I'm very interested in dying with dignity. And some of you may know that plan as MAID, M-A-I-D, Medical Aid in Dying. It's been, I think the phrase is really Canadian. A lot of people here have adopted that phrase, but it is death with dignity. And there's a lot of resources for that. There are about 10 or 11 states in the country that allow for that. Oregon had lifted their requirement for residency, so someone from out of state could go, but there's been a lot of hoops to jump in that. Vermont has recently done something similar, but even stronger as far as stricken the verbiage from the books, which may make it a little bit easier. And since I'm in Pennsylvania, I would like to go to Vermont, and I would like to be in control of these things. It does require a couple of trips. I've never been to Vermont, so maybe I can make a little vacation of it. It's a little strange, but it's just a matter of establishing a doctor, making certain requests. Your own doctor has to say that you have 6 months left. And my doctor cannot make that plan yet, but I can start the ball rolling. And I would go back maybe once or maybe twice when the time comes. And then it is a matter of a few pills that I have to take myself. I can't take them home. This has to happen in Vermont. Now, the other thing is that my understanding is a lot of people start that ball rolling and they don't get to finish it, because once you're within the 6 month range, you can get sick and not be able to finish it. So I wouldn't say it would be a waste of time, but I want to try that, and hopefully I can go out on my terms while I feel good. The other scenario would be that I would do palliative care here and enter hospice. I do have a tour of hospice coming up next week. And so, kind of getting my little ducks in a row, plan A and plan B, because you just really can't count on plan B, plan A. Okay, chemo brain's still going on here. You can't really count on anything. That's the truth. You plan life as best you can, but you know that. You don't have to apply it to the end of life. It applies to the middle of life. It applies to the beginning of life. We all make plans that don't work out. But I don't want other people to have to make decisions for me. So while I can speak, while I can write it out, that's the way it's going to happen. And I feel like it's just so important for you to talk about this stuff with your family. Even if you're healthy. If you're young and healthy, great. Don't take life for granted because it is short. When I got cancer at 40, I had no doubt that I was staying here. No doubt. I mean, thinking of those things were not negotiable. I mean, I definitely expressed my wishes of a just-in-case scenario. And remember, you have to be realistic. People say you got to be strong. Don't give up. Don't give up. Well, giving up that's not what that's about. Discussing plans for a scenario you didn't count on is not about giving up. It's absolutely not. You got to talk to your family. If you have elder parents, you got to ask them. And I don't think it's just a generational thing. I mean, older people don't like to talk about it. Younger people don't like to talk about it. If you're open and honest with yourself, and I don't think you should be afraid to ask your elderly parents these questions either. I know I don't want to talk about it. Well, listen, I do. That's what you've got to say. You shouldn't have to come to me and say, was it okay what I did? Did they like their service? That kind of thing. It's just grieving and loss, it's hard enough. Sometimes you just have to put a little away or put it aside for a minute and, just do what you got to do. Anyway, so my plan is to continue to follow up on this. This is just a minor list of things I need to do. Things I need to, I just have the plumber in here and all that. So it's not always about end of life, but while I'm healing, it's good to make my phone calls. And then what I want to do is enjoy life. I want to get back to work. I'm already open to email readings, and I am scheduling a couple of phone sessions and even a couple of in-person sessions, but that's a little further down the road. So if you're interested and you wanted to schedule on my website, you can. I'm just not seeing anybody right away. I'm just anticipating that I will be well enough to see maybe just a few clients a week. I think that will help me feel like my old self too, without being stressed out. All right. So please leave your comments below. Anything but telling me about oregano oil is great. Just say hi. Helps my algorithms. It helps my YouTube channel grow and get some more subscribers. I would love to reach out to those who need to see these videos. We're all going to be here. We're all going to meet this point in our life. I guess in a way, I hate seeing it come, but on the other hand, I'm blessed in other ways to be able to express my needs. I'm going to have counseling. I'm going to have a palliative team. I'm just lining things up. And that's sad and it sucks. But hey, listen, I'm kind of laid up for another couple of weeks. So what the hell? What the hell else am I doing besides napping? Okay, so enough of that. I want you to be blessed, feel blessed. I feel blessed. Have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you very soon. All right? Bye.